Hey guys, it's Perry. Today we're looking at a Syndra mid lane actually in around platinum. Or this is this is a platinum diamond sort of game, platinum emerald. And it's kind of unusual doing mid lane coaching, but we've had some good progress. And I obviously I can coach every single role up to a grandmaster level. Jungle is my target, but I've had this student for a while now. It's our second session now, so we're gonna take a look at what have we built on and what are we still gonna work on. So hopefully you guys enjoy a different pace of coaching here where we're doing mid lane. Um, all right, so first thing, what is this? Okay, so you're against the Fury. Okay, so the Fury gets your ass. This is good. Recall, come back. All of this looks pretty solid. Okay. Your CSing has always been all right. There it kind of sucked, but
Yeah.
yeah. So if you when you watch high elo laners play, what happens is that they actually invest an auto attack into a minion ahead of time. So that way, like it's offset. That means this one will die
I
first, and
see.
this one will die. So yeah. You can like invest one auto attack here on one of these minions, like probably this
Just
one.
keep them staggered.
Yeah, keep them staggered exactly. Otherwise, you're gonna have to like use your spell on the wave, which is also fine too. If you actually just walk back here and use your Q on these minions, it's worth more, right? That's 63 gold, versus like getting one Q on this guy is like, all right, it's fine, but
Not worth,
no,
especially if I can't get a splinter stack.
yeah. So I would like, get your prioritize your minions first, and then the first three minions are really important. Okay, right now everything looks pretty chill. Oh, this looks fine. One thing you can think about is, hey, where's my jungler pathing? It gives you an idea of like which side you can hover. You have a large tendency of hovering the bot side anyway when you're playing. You need to also be able to play for hovering the top side. You
Mm.
might actually be playing. Do you know in game if you're playing fixed offset or per side offset?
I'm playing per side offset.
Okay, so you should be fine. But if your Shaco's pathing towards top side, you need to be able to understand, hey, hovering top side is actually safer for you. If your Shaco's hovering bot side, then that's where you have a hug bot side. So from our last session, I noticed you have a tendency of just hugging bot side. I think a lot of players actually do this. It's simpler, it's easier to play because of how you're screened, especially on the red side. But if your jungler's pathing the other side, it's something for you to think about.
Cool. I think I went early here. I saw the Shago gank coming, but I had to cancel the W
Yeah,
of Nefiri.
I think just take this as a win trade. I wouldn't stress this that too much. I think this is like good. Like what we need to emphasize here though is we want to recall, right? Because we're playing mage and we're really, getting really low. Okay. So there's two ways I want you to look at this. Okay. From a I don't need to kill people to win perspective, and from a
Mm.
I'm playing a control mage. So one, you're expending flash as a control mage to get a kill. Your flash is going to be so important for the next 5 minutes. Let's say you fight Dragon. Let's say you fight Grubs. Let's say you want to make a roam play. Let's say you want to make a higher value play. Let's say you want to kill him when you're level
Mm.
6 with items and get plates afterwards. This is what we call a low value play, and you're investing a lot. Okay, and it's really
I
important
see.
if you get ganked and you take time away. Like let's say you're 2v2ing mid. It's really important 2v2 and you have no flash. You're control mage. It's way more important. Okay, on top of this, your goal right now, aside from killing the fear, is what?
Crash the wave and reset.
Yeah. So expending time simply chasing this guy and trying to kill him, unless you 100% know your damage. And what do I mean by 100% know your damage is right here, when you auto him, you do 44 damage per auto attack. 44 damage per auto attack. So if you look at the top left, right now, he has 49 HP. Your flash auto is not going to kill him. So unless you're perfectly tracking your damage, you know he has around like 30 HP. He also has a biscuit pop, so he's going to heal a little more. Unless you're fully aware of those conditions, this is never a good flash to go for.
Yeah, I've never looked at the top left screen ever.
Yeah. It's something you can actually like track. It helps you track in lane because potions are so much more prevalent in lane. Like junglers don't buy potions, obviously. So you can watch if they have a potion ticking. It's gonna tell you how much more HP they have. Obviously, you can look at their literal character and how much they're healing, but this tells you when it's about to expire. Okay. So focus on getting the
Yeah,
wave in.
I didn't even need to kill that guy. If I had
Yes.
just crashed the wave
Yes.
and reset, it would have been way, way better. I would have been on tempo
Yes. And
for
then
an easy reset.
yeah. Here's where I see this as a massive problem from your gameplay. It's like right now, kill the wave, drop Q, and then wait for your next Q, and then drop another Q, and then like just auto attack this wave the whole time. You see how you're like not okay. Here you're autoing a little bit. Okay, you're trying to kill him. Look, you're all inning trying to kill him.
Yeah.
The intention here is wrong. I need you to keep autoing. I need you to use your Qs. I need you to use your Qs, and so you can recall, come back to the lane with an advantage, and simply make your life easier. So I'm gonna give you a quick analogy. I love giving this analogy. Let's say League is a game. League is like war. Okay, you're actually in a fucking war, and whoever gets their recall first means they come back with a bigger advantage. The technology, like a technological like development. Let's say like you got a completed item and they don't have a completed item. Now the war is that much easier to win. Okay, even if it's not a completed item, if you simply come back with 300, 400 more gold spent, that makes the chance of you winning the next really important fight and allows you to snowball. The problem is people don't recall like what you're doing, and now the fight you're gonna take is not gonna be as easy. Now, can you kill them and can you win that war? That fight, that important battle, without having a massive advantage? Absolutely, but why take those odds? Get your recall
Right, it's
in.
a game of consistency,
Yes.
not of flipping
Yes.
whether you can kill Neferi in the tower or not.
Yeah. Now, can you kill this guy? Like maybe we play this out. Maybe you can kill him. Maybe not. But now what's happened is like you're kind of stuck. You're a bit stuck. I mean, ultimately, if you want to like do this so you can have enough gold for Lost Chapter and come back. See, if you played for Lost Chapter and sat here for 10 seconds, I'd completely be fine with what you're playing for, but I can tell that you're not playing for it. How can I tell? It's because you don't care about last hitting minions. So
yeah, I stopped.
You stop farming. You're trying to kill him.
Yeah.
So right here, if you're aware that if you farm 2 more waves and you stay on the map, so you can get your item, 1200 gold Lost Chapter, and you can start winning lane even harder. If I saw that by you last sitting, I would tell, okay, you're fine in the way you're thinking. I think you can think about it a little better, but it's fine. But obviously, when you're in base, you're not last sitting, and you're in base, you're 10 gold off, and you don't buy Lost Chapter and then TP, it's fucked. Okay, it tells me you're
I
not
didn't even
thinking
notice that.
properly here. Yeah. So there's 2 ways of playing. One, it's the recall the moment you get like some sort of advantage. 800 gold solid double amp tome, or 750 amp tome dark seal, even like 400 gold if you need conditions, because you're a champion that needs to use mana a lot. So you can accelerate by getting your mana back and being able to spam your abilities and dominate lane just like that. Okay. Or there's the option of play really greedily to last hit minions and buy important spikes. So you would last hit all the minions so you can get your Lost Chapter. And in the next sequence, you would last hit all the minions to get your alternator and be really greedy in that way. Okay, either way is fine to play. I personally, when I play lane, I enjoy playing for like the components so I can win harder and harder. But also because you're like, not a bad laner, playing for this is fun. You just have to set the intention for that. You're trying to kill them too much.
I see. I don't know why. I must have been not paying attention, because looking at it now,
yeah,
I should have just sat in base for the Lost Chapter.
Absolutely.
Huh.
Okay, it's all good here. So here's where things get a little confusing. So you're playing Syndra, okay, and you come back to lane, and you have this tendency of not touching waves. You just look at it. Hello, wave. And when a Fury comes in lane, look at what the Fury's instantly doing. Autoing the minions. Shoving. So somehow you're playing Syndra into Neferi, and this guy is a move on you. Now in solo queue, this can be very fucking bad, right? Because let's say that's a talent. Let's say that's even Neferi can get a kill here, right? Let's say your teammates are a little stupider, or they don't have vision, or it's just not a good timer for them. Now you've allowed the enemy laner, who should not have pry over you, do something on the map. Where if you just simply came into lane and dropped Qs on the wave right away. Right now you TP it back, beautiful. You drop a Q on the casters, you drop a W on the casters, you save your E obviously, you drop another Q, you drop another Q, okay? Then you would create a push into him, and now you have some sort of advantage. And now let's say, okay, you're faded with the jungler. Before you do this, don't just sit here then, run straight to drop a pink ward and then play. Or shove this wave, then use that wave as use that quick wave shove because it's in the middle of the lane. You can always shove waves in the middle of the lane. It's way easier in the middle of the lane. Obviously, when the wave gets stuck here, it's gonna be much more difficult. When the wave is here, push the wave. Go get vision. Now you have unlocked information for the team, and you prevented the enemy from doing something. Obviously, nothing bad happens here, but this is a big problem where it's the same rule I explained to you before about mid game, where you want to kill that wave quicker so you can do something on the map. You're pretty much allowing him to do something on the map by being so delayed to killing these waves.
I see.
And then even here, well, he does get something, right? This is mid gap. That should be you there killing the Shyvana.
Right.
Spell usage, my
Oh
friend.
yeah, yep,
Yeah,
yep.
come on. What's going on?
And then I walk into the pink warded
Yeah.
bush.
Yeah, what's this? What's that E usage right there? Okay, you can probably solo kill this guy. I think he's dead. If you have your E up here. This guy's inting. Hard. He's no flash either. It's like really close to being a solo kill.
And he's almost out of mana too.
It's the same thing here, okay? You're playing a ranged champion. You can get your QE off, then leave. You do not need to get your ult off here. Unless you just want to die. If you want to die, I mean, sure. I mean, all the way back here, you should be able to get your QE off. Okay, wait for it right here. Okay, right here. You can try and get your QE off. If you don't, at least here after he dashes, get your QE off way earlier. You wait so long to get your QE off.
I think that's probably just a knowledge gap of the limitations of my character.
How far
I thought how far it goes. I thought I was out of range.
Yeah. But again, like this entire sequence falls back to when you TP'd back to lane, you don't have your lost chapter, you've already fucked your tempo, and you don't have flash.
I see.
Okay. That's the best part. I mean, jungle is similar in this way, but the best part about lane is like the early mistakes in lane add up so much as you progress through lane, versus in jungle, because of how many more options you're allowed, you can always come back. The comeback mechanic in jungle is quite insane. For a laner, it's a lot more different.
Right, that's why I've been watching some of the mid lane academy stuff, and they talk about they put a lot of emphasis on the first 8 minutes as a laner, especially mid lane.
Yes, exactly. You can't fuck it up. If you fuck it up, yeah, the game's gonna be very hard.
This is a good example of that.
Yeah, game gets a little more difficult.
And even at this point, it's not unwinnable, but it was easy mistakes to correct that put me in this position where it was harder than it needs to be.
Right.
I think I also had a little bit of nerves because I really like playing against higher elo players because I feel like, to be honest, I most of the time dumpster plat elo players.
Yeah.
So it's nice. I feel more challenged. And I think I don't play the game that I'm supposed to. Plus, Nefiri is such a random champion. It's like I never played Nefiri, so it was also a little bit of like, I don't know what the fuck this chick does.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just throwing fucking things at you. He's throwing her dogs at you, so.
I was not tethering her abilities at all.
Yeah. So even here, so you have tempo advantage, right? Because you just saw Nefiri push the wave in. Okay, now you're back, you're in lane, and then it's like, look at how you're just not like you're not trying to kill the wave. You can just QE the wave right away. Q the like you do it quicker. Like this is where like I want you to use all your Qs. I want you to like Q this and like Q everything just needs to be faster. That's it. You need to walk through here. Nefiri's not here in this lane. You can QE the entire wave, okay? And then use your W in the next Q to finish it, and you'll be so much quicker into the boss side, so much quicker to use this pink ward that you haven't used the whole game, by the way. It was what it looks like, right? It's just been in your pocket the whole time, okay? And then let's take a look at what happens here. So you pick with this line bush, you walk down towards ball lane, Or Nefiri runs straight to bot lane. You come down. Okay. TP down. It's a good EQ and everything. Oh, you're playing
Dumb flash.
you're playing Syndra again. So what I need you to do on Syndra is never again flash into them.
Duly noted.
Yeah, like that's it. Like you can't be flashing in. Like both of your flashes, you look at how you use them, have been used to flash in and try and kill someone. That's not how you use flash on Syndra. Now, will there be some teamfight angles where you can get a flash QE on like 3 people? Absolutely.
Of course.
And I think even those are things you should just try and not avoid, or try and avoid, and try and not do, because you don't have to play Syndra in that way to win team fights, right?
Right.
Don't overcomplicate things. Simply save your flash for when you need it, and also here is like target selection. Okay, like if you're gonna use all your spells here on this Nefiri, then you should not use all your spells on Jhin. Not use half your, like you're splitting damage here, right? You use like half your spells on Jhin, half your spells on Nefiri.
Yeah, I think that if I wanted to kill Jhin, what I should have done is QE to peel Aphelios, and then WR'd to slow for 1 to help Shaco, and then
Yeah.
because I was so lost, to be honest. I feel like the TP was questionable, to be honest.
Yeah.
And the play was questionable. It was all bad.
Yeah. So another way to look at it is like, okay, like this guy dies or Karma dies. Like let's say one person dies here. Okay. Actually, when you look at this, like only Karma is gonna die, right? Like it feels like looks like he's out. If you go push the mid wave, you get 1 play and the wave in. That's worth 300 gold. Because
Yeah, I guess
you deny them the wave as well.
this is the part that I've been struggling with, because a lot of the times I've been maintaining prio in a lot of my games, and I push the wave and I push the wave, but a lot of mid laners, they will just sack wave after wave, but then go bot lane and get a double kill. Or in my jungler, I'll be pushing mid lane, the mid lane will roam, top will have no prio, and they'll go. And so those are the moments where I'm like, fuck, should I just sack the wave too and go because the enemy mid laner is going? Or is my team not playing around priority properly and I should just do the right thing, which is push the wave? I feel obligated to help, because if I don't TP here, I'm like, oh, mid diff and I'm throwing. That's how I feel my teammates will feel. I know I shouldn't care about my teammates, but I don't know what's right. So it helps looking at it like this and being like, well, yeah, this is a flip play. They're already doomed. If I TP here, what are the chances that it's successful? Hard to say, especially when you play like a fucking donkey. But if I had just stayed mid, it's consistent gold. And then later in the game, once I have more items, once I have more splinter stacks, then I can carry. But it feels like sometimes if I don't make a play early, the game gets out of control by that point.
So, what I want you to do then is, instead of looking at the actual moment, right? Okay, actually, let me answer the question first. Okay. If the enemy is getting pushed in and they're just leaving lane, dropping waves, that means you should be able to get plates. Get those plates.
Right.
That's it. Get those plates, deny those waves. Unless you are able to push the wave and match at the same time. So, for example, in this position, once you push mid wave, if you went quicker straight to bot lane, you didn't go for this ward, you didn't waste any time, you just went straight here and you sat here, you dropped the ward here, you would be able to intercept Nefiri and not be second. The problem is you're being second to these plays. That TP is too late, okay? Or if you're trailing someone, you're too late. So if you're even or ahead, then leave mid lane, sure, I don't mind. But if you're ever behind someone, you never want to trail them. Okay, trailing them is like often is too complex, and whether or not it's going to be good or bad, I wouldn't even want to put yourself in that position. Okay, so
It's
right
also
now,
hard to trail assassins too,
exactly,
because
yes.
they win the 1v1. They can just turn or
Yes,
zone you
yes.
out.
There's too much complexity here to trailing, especially in solo queue, that is. So here, if you actually just ran straight the ball and you thought, oh, you know, Nefiri, like let's look at it this way, like, okay, Nefiri just recalled right here. Okay, takes about like let's look at your character. You're walking out of base after you recall. It's like Oh, you okay? So it's like 10, like we'll say around like 9:58 you walk out, and you get to your tower at around like 20 seconds, right? So Nefiri recalled at 10, we'll say 10:10. Okay, she's beat. Then she should be back in 30 seconds at around 10:40. It's around 10:40. It's around 10:40. Where's Nefiri? Where's Nefiri? What's going on?
She's bot lane.
She's balling. Okay, so
Because
here
bot lane's
you
pushed
found
up.
her. Yeah, balance pushed up. Okay, so you found her. And so
Mm.
now you can go mid lane, or if you thought about it ahead of time, you could have instantly ran towards bot side. Okay, but generally speaking, just play selfishly and get your wave ahead. I'm sorry, get your wave so you can stay ahead. Your teammates do not like matter, right? And I don't like it's like not an easy concept to understand, but it's like you will never see these guys ever again. Okay, like ever. Like, and even if it's your duo won't have these negative thoughts about you. It's not gonna be like my unit. Like, hopefully your duo is not saying, "Oh my god, it's a mid diff." Okay, if he is, then that they'll deal with him. But you're never gonna see these guys again. Who cares about how they feel? Who cares about if they're bitching or moaning or crying? Like, you'll never see them again. That's it. So just like play the best game you can. You know what's more consistent. You know what's more optimal in your own head, and you're letting your emotions like affect that. On top of this, what's already gone wrong is you've already allowed yourself to get gapped by the early laning phase. So instead of looking at this picture and being, damn, what could I have done better? Should I have moved or should I not have moved? Look 30 seconds, a minute to even 5, 6, 7 minutes in it, like prior to this play, and be like, damn, what should I have done better to never be in this position where like I've died once, or the Nefuri's already ganked my, or like gapped me by killing my jungler. Like pretty much like how do I only have like one, like how do I not have any plates taken on the Nefiri? How does Nefiri have a plate taken on me? All these other things are things you should actually invest more time looking at. Okay.
I see. Because we're only in this position. If I had had a stronger, not even necessarily stronger, if I just had not made some crucial mistakes, I wouldn't. Arguably, we wouldn't have even been in this position because I would probably be ahead of Nefiri at this point.
Exactly. But yeah, this is for sure where the game like gets all over the place, and again,
Yeah, it's downhill from here for sure.
It comes down to the first thing of always flashing forward, and then here you sort of lose your mind a little bit by pinging everyone.
Oh yeah, I was super tilted. I was tilted in this game a few minutes ago when I died trading with Nefiri.
Oh, when you traded 1-for-1 against the Fury?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. There we go.
I think I started to bring it back at one point. I made a super big mistake. It tilted me into oblivion. Right here. Yep, this is it. You see what's on cooldown?
Yeah.
I thought that if I cleared the wave, I'd be safe. Nope. Big mistake.
I mean, like, to be fair, that is very bullshit, right? Like, within all the reason. Like, he shouldn't be able to do this to you. Okay? And, like, walk away full HP. But, yes, the principle of using your E here, like, why are you eating like this? Like, what is going on? But, like,
I was like, I'll proc my first strike, clear the wave, and I'm chilling. If he wants to dive me, okay. Nope. Yeah. Yep.
So it's yeah, this is a bit sad. But again, like looking back, okay, death 1, death 2, what went wrong? How does this lead up to Nefiri being able to just simply one-shot me? Right, because Nefiri already has 5 kills here, and he's almost at a second item.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so why like normally Nefiri's won't be this strong, so why is this guy this strong? What's going on? That's what we should zone in on.
Snowball effect.
Yeah, that's what we should zone in on. Because right now, like, it's like we're reviewing a point of the game that's like impossible to break down in a sense. Like it's like damn, like, yeah, I don't know. It's
yeah, really, it's already. I lost the game.
Yeah,
like 8 minutes ago.
Yeah, but like obviously the game itself is not lost, but you've lost your your game of League of Legends. Like you've played the rough game of League of Legends already.
Right, and it snowballs because then the Fury kills my jungler, kills my bot laners, kills my top laner. I got mid gapped super hard this game.
Again, it's like this is like target selection here. If you QE the Nefiri here, which will keeps feared right now, and well, I mean I see Shyvana with ulti. Like I'm not gonna spend my spells on her. Plus
Right, 'cause
Shyvana,
she just R over the wall.
yeah, she'll over the wall, she'll leave, or she'll like pretty much like also thinking like who's like the main threat here. It's like it's not the Shyvana. So if you had your QE against Nefiri, like you might be able to kill Nefiri. Okay, and then let's take a look here. Nice. This is sort of that frontline thing, right? Frontline and like positioning thing, where it's like, and also your karma is dead. I don't know why. I don't know why you're like trying to contest this dragon.
That's a great question.
Your teammate's completely gone here. So again, like back to what I was explaining before. Go push that mid wave all the way up here, and then push it, and then decide: do I go into dragon or do I go into the top side? Because in this case, you'll see, oh, they have complete control over dragon. I should just go to the top lane and break this top turret, or play the fight from a better angle.
Okay, but I should have cross mapped here. Yes. I don't even operate in any of my games with top lane as an existence.
Yeah, well, sometimes you just can't win bot lane, especially if your teammate's dead and they're losing. But here the most important thing is after you QE Nefiri and get like make this work. What is that click here? Why are you clicking there? It's like going.
I feel like we watched this is like deja vu. I swear I've clicked in that. I've been in that bush like 3 times already.
Yep, this bush. I mean, it's a good bush to be in. Not when you click out of it this way. Click out of it this way, or click out of it this way. Back towards your side of the map, not towards like the middle.
I think here I thought that I would stun her, but the E landed before the Q did.
Yeah.
So I was like, my plan was just to peel Aphelios and then go catch the mid wave.
Yeah. And I mean, like, okay, one, like, why? Like, your job is never to peel your Aphelios. You've said this 2 times now. You want to peel Aphelios. Like, that's not your job ever. Okay, especially in solo queue. I mean, like in like highest elo competitive 5v5, like, okay, everyone like has their job, knows how to play, and can carry. Sure, it's like your job as a mage, as a control mage, is to control space. But like in like your Willy Wonka low fucking. I mean, like, Aphelios level 9 Shroud, this guy is not going to fucking play the game. So I'm not peeling for him. I'm using my spells the best way I can. What I'm doing here, actually, is I'm letting the Fury go in all the way, connect it, then I'm guaranteed landing my QE, and then I'm going to try to absolutely one-shot him. Like, that's the way I think about it. My goal is not to peel someone. I'm trying to carry. I'm trying to put myself in the best position possible at all points. The safest and the best position.
Right, because I think with the items I have now, I might have actually been able to, if not completely kill him, absolutely chunk him completely out.
But again, your intention is to peel him away, so it's like, it's a little interesting. And then of course, like, okay, let's say your QE does land. I still want you to have the big emphasis on like you just need to be safer. Like you need to either confirm it or walk this way and then walk back gradually and then maybe land it. But it's just like a little scary at all points, how you're playing. Like flashing in, going forward, like all this shenanigans. It's like the same sort of thing here, right? Like you might be able to live, you might die here actually. It's really close. But it's like, hey, you just landed QE. Okay, and then like you're just clicking into him like you're melee range. You're playing a control mage. Okay, you QE him, QW, land these spells, walk away. You like stand here and auto him. Look. Oh no, you cast your R. When you cast your R, you can like, you can walk away after you cast your R. You just keep going forward. Okay, so you need to be careful.
I think this is also. I've played League the majority of my time playing this game
Mm-hmm.
as a melee character,
Mm-hmm.
like Pike. That's my most played character. So I just switched to mid and control mages. So I think a lot of that is autopiloting muscle memory on the
Oh yeah.
champions. So, but I've been trying to get better at not dying.
Oh yeah.
I stopped playing Pike and I started playing Nami and prioritizing not dying and playing
Yeah.
in the same way
Yeah.
because they share kind of similarities. I get oh that's a question. This is kind of separate from the review, but I get autofilled a lot in my ranked games. Like not autofilled because I queue mid support. Uh, but I don't. I feel like should I be dodging like my support games?
So I recommend just dodge once a day if you get autofilled. One dodge just doesn't hurt you. Two times if you really have that patience. But yeah, generally speaking, like it's not about even your LP at that point. It's just like what are you really gaining? Like you just gain like less when you play not your main role. You know,
Hmm.
you just grow less.
Right, because so many games I've spent on not Syndra.
Yeah. You just pick Syndra support too, bro.
No, you're kidding.
No, I'm not trolling. There are high level players that play LeBlanc support, Syndra support. I'm serious.
Really?
Learn how to play it. Yeah. It doesn't harm you. You can learn how to play Syndra ADC. That's a way more common one.
Hmm. I feel like if I lock in Syndra, people are gonna think I'm trolling, dude.
So then that's also something you can work on. Getting over the fact that people are going to think you're trolling. There you go. Now you work on
That's true.
many things. Look at all of these things. It's like, okay, I should do it anyway, so I can learn how to like feel better at it. Like all these negative things, all these like damn, like my teammates are gonna judge me. My teammates are gonna like flame the shit out of me. It's like, okay, like let them flame me and see how I can manage with their flame. Perfect.
True. Sitting on so much gold.
Yeah. Let's take a look actually. Why are we on so much gold? Oh, you're saving your money for a rod.
The next game. Oh
No,
yeah,
for
that's
a
right.
rod, for a rod.
Where did I get the spike? All of a sudden I was at 2,000 when I was sitting in mid.
Well, you cleared another wave and then you got another kill.
Oh, I see.
I
Oh, I
think
see.
like I think your problem here is like why are you using your TP yet again defensively to try and save someone who's already dead? What I want you to do here is recall, buy your large rod so you can make the next fight way easier to win. Then come back to map with your TP and just shit on people.
Makes sense.
You just want to save everyone, man. That's not your job. Okay, you're not playing support, which support's job sometimes is to save people. Even Pike, that's not Pike's job. You don't save people as
No.
Pike.
No,
Okay, so
I
like
don't.
I don't know, you're just like saving people and you're playing Syndra. Like please try to just like try not to smile when you hear like my Syndra is going to save me. Like no, like my Syndra is going to absolutely one shot them. That's what I want to hear. My Syndra is going to 1v9 the game with by playing the most selfishly possible, like 10 CS per minute and playing very selfishly. That's the way I want you to like see it. I mean here it's like just let this guy farm, bro, and then recall and then go to his bot wave.
Okay. I know we talked about this last time of like and I think that it does make sense and I have actually had some 80 carries bounce back by letting them farm. But there's a situation where bot lane gets absolutely dominated, just destroyed, right? And I'm winning lane. My turret's full HP, their turret is gone. The bot lane rotates, they cannot hold mid lane. They just get dove under tower by the bot laner, no jungle, just 2v2, they just lose hard. In that instance, if I rotate bot, we lose mid tower. It's just a matter of time. Even if the enemy mid can't match me. So in that instance where if I leave, the tower is toast, is it worth giving them the safety, especially if there's no neutrals up of the mid lane? Or should I just be like, yo, dude, just go slow push bot lane and like have the support roam give you vision and just sit there until you get some items, and I will hold mid lane. Sometimes when I'm ahead, I don't want to give them the tower because I don't want to lose the mid tower.
I think
What?
you're looking at it too defensively. If you're ahead, then break their bot turret and trade gold so you can get your next item and completely one-shot their ADC in the next fight.
Okay.
Push bot wave and then move and have a numbers advantage so then you can 3v2 their bot lane or 4v3 their bot lane as the jungle's involved. And then while the enemy laner is stuck, bot. Right? So you'd push. Okay, you have prio. Now this guy has to catch the wave here. Then you go and play and kill them.
I see.
It's like no most of the time, and the way you want to learn is, bro, the macro wise, the ADCs go mid lane with their support, so the support can play either side of the map. Okay,
Right.
and then you play the side lane because the ADC simply can't match the enemy support. If everyone stay in the same lane, or the ADC can't match the enemy mid laner. If the AD if everyone played the same lanes, okay, and the ADCs just stayed bot lane the whole game, then there would be no problem with you matching mid, of course. But that's just not how the game is like functions anymore. So
Yeah, that's true.
you have to learn how to you have to learn how to adapt to this new situation. And even if you lose mid turret, that's fine. You should try and get something in response. So let's say they invest 3 people mid lane, okay? Then you should have a 1v1 bot side where you say you're winning, so break that bot turret. It's completely easy when you're playing control mage like Syndra and you say you walk out of lane where you're ahead. So then trade that gold, and they're getting 500 gold mid, split across multiple people. You're getting the local gold from the turret, and you're getting a lot of pressure. And I'll tell you, most of the time, when someone sees the pressure being created in the bot side, they want to do something about that. So that's a bigger problem, okay? Do I have enough vision? Do I have enough control to prevent that? But that gives your ADC time to get back into the game. Okay, so it just really depends. But the way you should learn it is, yeah, man, this is not your mid wave. You should go bot lane. You should recall. You should find better things to do. So this is another thing about tempo, where you're just staying on the map for funsies. You have no reason to stand. You have no reason to farm this wave, but you just want to farm anyway. So this happened a little bit earlier, where you let's see, it was when you did Raptors. It was, I think it was like much later on here. Um, after this Drake, here, I think you survive and you just do these Raptor scaps. Why?
I think I was going for a rod.
Okay, you can get both of these mid waves and get the rod.
That's
Like,
true. I think I was.
You're losing
Yeah.
both here.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And if you really like this is something that's pretty important on champion like Syndra when you're trying to get rods, and don't buy pink wards. Unless you're
True.
like if your gold is a rod and it's important, then I would recommend don't buy pink wards unless you know there's an objective you can fight that you can win. So sometimes it's important, like something to think about more often. Damn, like don't buy pink ward every base. But most importantly here, it's like farm that mid wave, farm the next mid wave, and then do the Raptors after. You actually lose a lot of minions mid here by going to Raptors. Right now,
Right, that was a wrong sequence. And I have vision of them, so it's not like
you see all of them. In fact, this mid turret is probably yours here because of what all these guys are doing. Okay, but looking back at this play here, when it loads. Okay, so mid wave's just not yours. It's just wasting your time. You want to recall faster. You want to actually look at this like, damn, I want my laner to clear my wave quicker, so I have better tempo, so I have a bigger advantage on their laners.
I see.
That's like that. It's like it's low key. It's kind of cope, but it's like actually true. Think about it as a jungle POV. When my laners take my camps, everyone freaks out. Well, the way I look at it is like, damn, okay, we're sharing resources. They clear my camps quicker. Now I have more time to make plays. Awesome.
That's the most positive thing I think I've ever heard a league player say.
I mean, it's true though. I
Makes
will get a
sense,
temp advantage. Like I will get a temp advantage, and that's what I'm gonna play off of.
Well, I suck, dude. I should have bought it. If I had based, reset, came back with a rod, I'd kill him here.
Right here, you can recall. Yeah, I mean, I think another thing you want to think about is like, why are you even trying to kill this guy? He just used ult on you for free. Okay, so now you have ulti advantage, and like, you can just like take the chunk here, take the trade. Like, I don't even know why you're walking back in. Just E him and Q him. I think you need to understand your range on Syndra. You can Q him from here right now. Like you can walk back even and Q him, right? Because it's like a circle. So the circle will connect if you walk forward a little bit. But look at how far forward you're walking. You're literally going melee range again. Take the little chunk and then walk away. That's how you play with mages. You don't like, and then also like, why are you willing to play this aggressively when this guy just uses ult, and on top of that, there's no pressure on the map right now. In fact, your goal is simply to stay alive so you can defend this turret. If you get chunked really low, then you won't be able to defend the turret. Let's say Shyvana's here. Let's say the enemy jungler's here. Like, what do? You actually just die right now. Shyvana jumps over the wall, she kills you. It's like Jhin comes and just chucks his ult at you. You just die.
Makes sense.
I mean, like, you keep fighting these things to fight. You need to stop fighting like this. You need to fight with more intention. Like okay, why are you fighting this guy? Can I actually ask?
I don't remember. I think I felt like he was overextended, and so I could just kill him.
Yeah. That's not great reasoning, right? Like, oh, the guy's overextended. So it's like, okay, so if someone ever overextends, like, there's way more conditions that come into it, and there's way more evaluation of like, okay, can I just kill him 100-0 without taking any HP? Then sure, of course I'll take that, right? But you have to expend flash. You have to expend like all your resources, and here you are. This is exactly what I said, right? I simply know how the game works, right? It's like, okay, you have no HP, you have no flash, you have no ulti, you are dead. I'm sorry, you cannot defend this turret now. And now you give them a chance to break that bot turret. Okay, your teammates make a good play. They get the Baron. Okay, let's say your teammates, your teammates decided to fucking do something stupid and push mid, push down mid, push down top. Like, now you've died, lost 800 gold bot turrets, and you've got nothing because most people, I mean, your teammates are inting. Like, your top laner is playing really bad, your ADC is playing really bad. Only your Shaco's playing well, but it's like, okay. So sometimes even worse positions can arise when you make mistakes like that.
Makes sense. I think I bounced back in the game actually from this point a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's just a slow snowball until we lost.
And then you also I need you to like evaluate more is like you're like hesitant on whether or not you want to stay or continue pushing here. Just play to get your items quicker, faster. That's it. I just want you to think about your items. You would have gone for this top wave unless Nefiri showed unless you didn't see Nefiri.
Correct.
Wait. Yeah. English is hard sometimes. I think anyway. But you have your item already. So just recall right here after you get the wave. Get your item. The game is super good for you. Okay. That's you. Sorry about that. Okay, so what happens here?
I did no damage to him.
Yeah. He had a massive shield. That's pretty chill. That looks a little better. Like just the whole sequence there, like playing much safer and whatnot. I like that. I like that.
So that's what I should have done against Nefiri.
Yes, the whole game.
Earlier in the game on the Shaco gank. Yeah.
Whoa,
greedy,
whoa,
dude.
what
greedy,
is this?
Greedy.
What? Yeah, I can kill Nami! Let me kill Nami! Let me go! Let me go! Like, come on, man. You're just gonna die then.
I think my mental exploded here, too.
Even if you kill Nami here, which you could have killed Nami, you walk up and you QR her, she's dead. But, like, why?
Then I die anyway. It doesn't matter. She's literally Nami.
Like, you need to try and, like, in these fights, not put yourself in such risky positions. As you get higher elo, you climb from what you were like gold 1, now you're plat 3. The higher you climb, the more you climb, people will see these opportunities to kill you much easier than the people in like your lower elos right now. So what's happening is as you progress, I think this again, what was it like? I don't know. It's like the elos spread around because it's a norm, right? But people will see the angles to kill you much easier. So when you overstep and play like this, you will just get picked more and more and more.
Right. I feel like I can tell immediately when I'm in a higher elo game.
Yeah.
Because I get punished on lower elo players. not to say that I can't ever play well against them, but they exploit your mistakes immediately.
Oh,
Like
absolutely.
missing a QE. If this Nefiri was gold,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
would never have dove me under tower
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
If she
They,
doesn't know,
they,
they don't know,
they don't even know how much damage they're doing for sure. So,
right?
alright, so this is an example of a game you said you thought you were doing well, right? So,
Yeah. I mean, this guy was, I think he was like Emerald 3 or something,
I mean, this guy
and
was
this
a
was,
what the fuck? This guy was AFK. Like,
yeah, this is an observation I've made against laners who don't interact. It's the freest game as Syndra because I can just farm, and that's it.
you're poking him well too.
I think I've noticed I'm over aggressive for kills. Like I should just play for farm.
Yeah. So one thing when lane is this passive, you have this much mana. So this is a game where you want to stay to get lost chapter. Okay, so you need to understand your item spike. When you get lost chapter on a mage, it's fucking broken. Okay, and you have so much mana right now, you can stay on the map to get this. And you have so much mana, HP, and potions. Okay.
I see.
In the last game where you're really low on mana, where you really need advantage, where you need to come back, then that's what I would recall. And also, you don't need an insta recall for a TP back. So I remember you talking about this like TP theory where you want to like save TP for 10 minutes. Like I think stop thinking about that. Like I don't necessarily think that's good in every single game. I don't necessarily think that's like a good way to think about it. Think about your actual item spikes. 1200 gold or recall and walk back and then get more gold, then recall again, then TP back. That's
I
another way
see.
to do it. But you want a lost chapter.
So I think I take a bad trade here. I was like, oh, I cannot
Well,
do that
well look, you're fighting in against
in melee range. Yeah,
what? No, it's not melee range. It's minions.
minion wave.
Minion wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7 minions are gonna about hit you right now. That's
I
literally
see.
like a whole wave. A whole wave hits you. It's literally worth the same amount as a whole champion hitting you. Like if we were to calculate all these minions doing damage to you, it's
Maybe
like
even more. Honestly, it's a lot of damage.
it's like if you obviously simmer it, it's a lot. But like okay, like if you take it's like 1 or 2 autos worth of a champion, like an 80
Right.
champion. So it's a lot. But regardless, let's just keep taking a look. So um. Yeah, I don't hate it. It's like very quick. I don't mind this. Like that's an okay timer where you're with your team, everything looks fine. Like flashing forward sometimes it's not the end of the world. I don't hate it. But
Yeah,
just
but that was a very different
right, different situation.
than all of the other ones. So if I roam, I missed 2 minions here, I think, off this roam. I pushed and immediately left. I think I pushed up aggro too. So I think I had a decent timer here. Oh, maybe not.
Let's see. You catch this wave. You Q. Making sure you oh.
I had the same reaction.
Yeah. Ho.
Yeah.
Don't eat it. Okay. Woo. Safe. Good. I would just look at this as like I don't give a fuck about this, bro. It's not your timer. You use your timer to get these grubs, right? Let's look at it this way. Your timer is to secure grubs. Your timer is to secure some pressure in the top side. This is like a fog position. You fog, and then what happens is Zer's like, oh, where's Syndra? Then he walks up, and then you can chunk him.
I see.
I would just like, hey, if you're not roaming to help not help. If you're not roaming to snowball with their fed teammates, then don't roam at all. So if this roam is to dive Gnar, then it's a good roam. Otherwise, I'm staying mid lane while I'm winning.
I see. Oh, can you watch this? Okay. Am I tripping or does she accelerate right here? Right there. I swear I watched this a million times. Because I was like, what?
It's not that she accelerated, she's slowed right now.
Oh, fuck, dude.
She slowed from Nami E.
Dude, I watched that so many times. I'm like, am I
Yeah, she's
tripping?
like Nami E the Diana here. Also, I think maybe Diana has red buff. Yeah, it's oh no, Diana doesn't have red buff, but it's Nami E.
It's Nami E. Oh shit.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. No, it's all good. Okay, so then we're farming. Yeah. I mean, like for the most part, this looks fine. So the thing about how you're playing is most of the time when you can keep the wave even and relax and chill, like you're in a good position. You're getting your item really quickly. You're farming very well. So I definitely agree. This is very nice, but like in positions like this, I want you to shove the wave. You have your item. I want you to shove the wave, and then what's gonna happen is okay. Actually, here are two reasons why you shove waves right away. You make it very hard for them to last hit. Okay, because now the turret's fucking with the minions. So let's say you
Right.
shove this really quickly with your Qs and E's, or Qs and Ws, not your E, because you want to save your E to actually chunk him. Now turret's hitting minions, and it's really hard for him to last hits. On top of that, while he's last hitting, you're playing a mage, you can hit him. And actually, the third reason is you can have opportunity to roam and do something on the map and get vision. That's why you shove waves.
Hmm.
Now, are there some scenarios where you don't and you want to like wait and do nothing? Like, absolutely, but like the thing is, this game, if you have complete control over mid, like I believe there are some scenarios where keeping the wave in the middle is good. If like the enemy jungler can like gank you really easily, or if like you can't step up or you can't even get vision because your teammates are losing, then keeping the wave in the middle is fine too. But most of the time, if you're ahead, push the wave in so you can do something.
Yeah, and they didn't really have. I mean, outside of him, E Flash R, they don't have like a whole. It was Lilia jungle, so it's not
Yeah. Oh.
the
Oh. Yeah.
biggest
Yeah.
gank threat.
Yeah. Yeah. And then so here you push the wave in, and you have your next spells coming up, and you're just like you left lane. So here's your opportunity to just completely dominate lane. Okay, but that's fine. If you want to roam and look for a play, I don't mind this too. I like either one. Either one is okay here. Okay, you get the Varus kill. Flash for kill. Why? Stop it. Okay, so if you're roaming, run like this because Varus is running there, right? Versus if you run like this, then Varus runs and he'll leave.
I see.
It's a pathing gap. And stop flashing for these kills. Like no, like if you just simply get the Lux kill, then you're fucking happy. This flash is going to be so important in the future of the
Oh,
game.
am I dude? I swear. Okay, look at my cursor. I had the sound on, and I was listening to myself click. Look at the minimap. So I tried to TP, and it TP'd me top. I watched this on slow-mo with the sound on like 30 times to make sure that I heard the click from my keyboard while my mouse was hovering over a middle. And somehow I ended up teleporting to top lane. It's embarrassing. I want to talk about it.
Huh. It's actually like so weird. It's like so quick. But yeah, it's pretty fucked.
They thought that we were doing a lane swap and it like confused the death out of them.
Apparently it sort of worked, but
It kind of did, only because they matched it, and then it like mind controlled Azir to TP to Matt. It was just insanity, really. So here,
everything seems like pretty chill.
yeah, I think we just dominated them, to be honest. But I tried to apply more of the concepts of playing around my wave timers. I really put an emphasis on my farm this game because he was not contesting me at all. So it's like, oh, dude, I just get to farm for free.
Yeah.
So I had over 10 CS per minute. I think this is a good TP. I was just trying to zone them. What do you think? Okay, you're not gonna like this flash.
I
I
mean,
know.
like sometimes it's fine. Again, like some games you walk away without getting punished hard. But like this game, like you've used flash other times and like you haven't died, you haven't been pressured. But it's like the higher you go and the more you're willing to use flash like this, the worse the positions you'll be in like are. Like you just be in
It's a
worse
bad
positions.
habit
Yeah. You need to break this habit. Because
because
some
I
games
won't
it'll
be
work, some
punished
games it won't.
now.
Yes.
Right.
And even in these lower games,
Hmm.
I've seen you get punished by these lower elo people. So it's like, okay, if these guys can do it in lower elo, I'm sure it's gonna happen the higher you get. Okay? But overall, like this is like what I like to see. Like finally you're like actually pushing waves. Fucking finally. And now you can actually do something and move, and every time you've moved and got an advantage, you're a bit slow here too. You're like sitting in this bush, you're not really aware of what's
Yeah,
going
I
on, which
think
is fine.
there was so much fog here that I didn't want to walk into them
Yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
accident.
Yeah.
So
Which
I
makes
think that was
sense.
my thought process.
You can
And I
always
was
check
waiting for Diana and Nami too because I saw them going.
you can always check with your W. But just generally speaking, like playing safe is better safe than sorry. I don't hate it.
So I did I push the wave?
This is good. Yes,
I should have
at
pushed
least
the next
no
one.
no no like even this like one even addressing that shows me at least you're thinking about it, which is fine. Like the next one, yes, you could push it too. But making it to the start of this fight is fine. I don't hate it. Um,
That was an
I,
awesome combo. Nice
yeah
ult by Diana there.
yeah, but why are you ulting the target that's 1 HP?
Great question. If I
Is it
had not, I could have killed Lilia right there.
maybe? I mean, are her like now
Maybe.
and then maybe weave your
Yeah,
E
maybe
in?
not.
Probably not, but like at least like now you could have E or now you could have ult for the next play. Now you can have now let's say you go down ball and you're too afraid, or if you had your ult, like maybe you could sit in this bush and go try and kill Varus with your ult, but you have no ult now. You just limit all your options.
I see. I do this. I think I. Yeah, I'm trolling.
So you need to be more comfortable with QEing, QWing, or QEW and then WQ, and just walking away and taking a trade like you do in lane. You need to be comfortable doing that in the mid game.
Hmm. I might just go hit the practice enemy and try hitting that combo max range for like 100 reps.
Yes, you
Probably
should.
fix
You
that
should.
problem.
Like you go so close, you're always putting yourself in danger, and you need to really follow how long the stun timer is. Now there's no real good runes that give tenacity, so it's really easy to pay attention to Wits End, Sterax, Merc Treads, see if they have tenacity for how long your stun will last. Okay, you need to when you're fighting, okay, you need to be really careful with how you're using flash, and when you're laning, what's really going on is like you are emphasizing kills way too much, and there's no structure behind. Actually, the one structure, the structure you have is the basics are sort of there, but like you're more emphasizing on teleporting at like the specific timer than actually adding the other conditions of like teleporting with 1200 gold or recalling ahead of time to get more mana or all this. So it's like you need to implement like a way you see the lane where it's like, okay, I'm gonna farm X amount of waves and I'm gonna try and like land X amount of spells so I can get my 1200 gold back, and I'm gonna try and replicate this every game. Or I'm gonna try and chunk them out and spend all my mana so I can teleport at around 800 gold, then TP back, and then like you see how every game like I have a goal in mind that's not just TP at 5 minutes or 4 minutes or
4 minutes.
whatever,
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
your 4 minutes idea was. So that's how you can play early game better. And then on top of that, you need to think about, okay, I'm not trying to just play for kills here. I want to play for like a tempo advantage,
Objectives.
not necessarily objectives. It's just like you want to win your lane harder by simply coming back to lane with better conditions,
Hmm.
and then ultimately, yes, playing for objectives. But an objective for a laner, it's a bit different from a jungler because you can't really pull a dragon by yourself as a mid laner. An objective
Right.
for a laner is denying them minions, getting plates, or simply creating a tempo advantage and roaming. Like for a laner, it's a bit different. If you push a wave in with good conditions and then have a timer to roam, you apply so much more pressure than if you're just both stuck mid lane, no mana, no HP, trying to fish for something. And then
Roger that.
yeah, and then the last thing is just the way you're fighting. It actually has looked better, and I've seen like it not be too crazy, but it's still there. It's still very apparent that you're like this is the way I phrase it.
Melee Syndra.
Yeah, you're melee syndrome. The way I phrase it is like you just don't care about surviving. You don't care about keeping your conditions high or living in fights. You need to be very very careful with how you're playing these fights.
Roger that.
And then really still keep in mind E cooldown, R cooldown. So I'm gonna write down just like the quick basic things, and then I'll send them to you, and then we'll wrap up. You have any questions in the meantime while I just write down these notes?
Um. No, I don't think so. I think that was. Oh, items. I had. So I go first strike basically every single game, but I've been trying to incorporate Airy with bone plating against a couple of specific matchups. Fizz
Yeah.
as one of them. Echo is the other one because those champions, Tristana, they've been just clapping my cheeks in lane.
Mm-hmm.
And I also don't know when if that's even good, or if I should just always do first strike and just play to scale for one. And then the other one is when should I build, if ever? This might be a more champion specific thing, but I've been trying to do research and none of it's up to date. When should I build like defensive items? Because I like going. I don't know what it's called, Ludens. I like going Ludens, Shadow Flame, Rabadons defensive. And if they're really, really magic resist heavy, then I'll skip the defensive and I'll go like Void Staff or Crypt Bloom.
Yeah, so that's fine. I would say like defensive items is like if they have like 2 assassins, or if you have like a lot of AP damage already and you don't need to index on more damage. So this game you have Diana and I think Kale might be going AP. So like you don't actually need more damage. Maybe you want to survive. So going Banshees and Zanyas can be good. Or if they have like 2 assassins and like Zed plus I don't know, Talon
Yes,
jungle,
Zed.
then go Zanya's second, third item, and then that's fine. Or like if they have double, triple AP, they have like Nami, Talia, and then Azir, then maybe you can go Banshees. But generally speaking, indexing into full damage is fine. You just can't play melee range Syndra, and then it's even better. That's like the main thing.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Don't play melee range Syndra. Try to survive 5 longer and play off CDs plus long range spells. That's the big thing. Is like you need to be very careful with your spacing. It's a big thing.
Cool.
And then
Well, that was fun.
Yep.
Next Saturday then.
All right. I'll see you around, man. Good
Thanks
luck
again.
with your climb, and let me know if you need anything as always.
Will do.
All right.
Talk to you later, Perry.
Bye bye. Hope you guys enjoyed a different pace of coaching here. It's not jungle, it's mid lane. So yeah, if you guys are interested in getting coaching and you're like, damn, he only coaches jungle, he's been doing only jungle. I don't coach just jungle. Okay, I've had to impact my competitive laners and tell them how the fuck they're supposed to play the game. Now if you're a grandmaster trying to go challenger, find a lane coach. But all the way up to grandmaster, I'm confident I'll be able to help you get to where you want to be. But otherwise, hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.